Heard you.
Boom shaka laka, you already know the vibery. It is Saturday. It is KVN who run the city. It's tea time. It's Big Fan Breezy. It is the first day of the NBA playoffs officially, and it's about to go down. Yes, indeed. Yes,
So
indeed.
man,
Yeah, Big Fan Breezy can't comment too much about the playoffs this year. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, I won't about the Nets. I ain't got nothing to say, but I'm definitely covering the playoffs. So we was watching the playing games last night. I'm about to turn my camera on. Give me a second. But we was watching the playing games last night. So I'm gonna cover it. But you know what I mean. Who I'm rooting for? That's really not nobody. I mean, but I'm gonna watch the playoffs. So.
First good thing Leaf said to me in a very long time, and I don't know if that's him being facetious or not, or you know what I mean, being sarcastic, but I'm gonna take it as a positive. Thank you, Leaf. Mrs. Nix is in the building. You know what I mean? Absolutely got to make the city look good. So off the rip, I just want to talk about Paul Reed. You know what I mean? And his comments. You know what I mean? And his comments about, for sure wanting to play the Knicks because they're the way easier team. You gonna find out, gang. You gonna find out, gang. That's Paul Reed, you shouldn't even be talking like that, dog. You're not even nice. You're not even nice, bro. Like, come on. Not even nice, bro. Like, I don't even know what's on your mind thinking that you could talk down like that. You know what I mean? And then you got, corny people like Draymond Green who got bounced into playing for for being trash. You know what I mean? Draymond Green trash. If it was for Steph Curry, he'd have been out the league like 5 years ago. Uh, but yeah, you got him doubling down on Paul Reed's statements, talking about, yeah, it's true. I even think the Heat would beat the Knicks, bro. Like, you should worry about how you should have stayed in the playing, bro. How you were supposed to win your playing game and got packed up, bro. That's what you need to be worried about, Draymond. That's what they need to be like. Paul Reed gonna find out. Draymond, 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Focus on, you know, enhancing your podcasting skills, man. While you watch from the crib, you know what I mean? Taking tequila shots on the beach with your toes in the sand. While good teams are still playing basketball. You know what I mean? But yeah, Paul Reed gonna find out, man. And there's a reason why I'm this confident. This confidence comes from somewhere. It's not just displaced confident, or I just think that the Knicks is the best team in the world, which I do. You know what I mean? Uh, but uh, but confidence comes from the Sixers have not scored over 100 points on the Knicks all year. We packed them up all year. And some people, yeah, the playoffs is different, but I hear you, right? But not even scoring 100 points on a team all year long. That says a lot, bro. We held them to under 80 at one game, bro. Like, or a couple games, if I'm not mistaken. Whatever, but yeah, this is where my confidence comes from that they can't beat us. And if you watch the playing and you watch Joel Embiid in the playing, he not healthy. He was out there looking real gimpy, man. Like, he could barely get up and down the court. He refused to drive to the rim because his knee is still messed up, and you know, rightfully so, because coming back from a MCL tear as quickly as he did, it's kind of miraculous in itself. Yeah, I mean, and salute to him for doing that, because that's no easy task. Yeah, I mean, but he's clearly still not healthy. Then you also got to worry about the conditioning factor, because it was a knee injury. So the whole time he was rehab, the whole time from surgery to back to rehab, his condition definitely, he wasn't able to, run and do shit like that. And you saw that in the playing game against the Miami Heat. Uh, honestly think if Jimmy Butler didn't get injured, the Miami Heat would have beat the 76ers in that playing game. Uh, but yeah, this is where my confidence comes from. You know, it's a lot of doubters and thinking because Joel Embiid they gonna beat the Knicks. Nah, we've been packing these guys up all year. You know what I mean? And they're gonna learn tonight. And I can't wait. I can't wait because I'm keeping receipts. You know what I mean? In the mental Rolodex, I'm keeping the receipts for everybody who spoke down and talk about how the Knicks is not gonna beat uh the 76ers. I got multiple bets going at my job for people betting against the Knicks, and they're gonna learn. They're gonna learn very soon. And I told all of them, I want no cash app. I want you to give me my money in my hand. I want to inconvenience you. I want to make you go all the way to the bank and have to pull out money out the ATM machine to come into work and give me my money. Now, that's how I'm feeling because I feel like the disrespect is just is too overwhelming, and I'm receiving that they're not giving my guys any kind of credit. Uh, like we didn't like fall into the second seed by luck, bro. Like we beat good teams. And we've been a good team all season, top 10 in offensive and defensive efficiency throughout all the defensive rating, throughout all the injuries. We still finished the season top 10 in both categories, defensive and offensive rating. We beat good teams. We lost to some good teams. We lost to some bad teams, but we the second seed of the East, and I don't think we getting the respect that we deserve, all because I hobbled Joel Embiid is back. You know what I mean? And Joel Embiid ain't beat us all season. He ain't beat us all season, even before he got injured. Uh, oh, who has taken Leaf phone and what have you done with Leaf? Who has taken Leaf phone and what have y'all done with Leaf? This is a new guy in the comment section today, but I appreciate you, bro. But
Tell me about it.
yeah, but nah. I don't think we're getting the respect we deserve as the second seed. Joel Embiid's not healthy. Paul Reed gonna get packed up. It's nasty work. And Leaf said something too. I'm gonna land the plane. I was just kind of rambling until you got back. I get that, but at the same time, you already have a loser mentality if that's the way you moving. Like you lose, you trying to avoid playing the Celtics. I mean, you scared. Like they were trying to, it was people saying that the Knicks should lose so we could avoid certain teams, and the fan base and most of the fan base and the players was like, nah, we ain't ducking no smoke. We won't go out there and play our hardest and try to win the rest of these games. And whoever we play in the playoffs, we ready. We want all the smoke. And Paul Reed, we would rather play. Yeah, you got a loser mentality, and we're gonna put beats on you. Pause. And last thing for real. And shout out to ever since that statement was made, you watch. Shout out to Mrs. Nix because she started a little trend on social media with you know everybody wearing black hoodies because Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby showed up to the press conference on with black hoodies on, ready for war, ready for smoke. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they were all wearing all black forces too, black Air Force energy. You know what I mean? But yeah, Jerome, you got to get that hate out your blood, gangster. You know what I mean? But yeah, all black everything. That's the Paul Reed is writing. His mouth is writing checks that Joel is gonna have to cash, man. I don't think he's healthy enough to do that. But yeah, I digress.
Yo, first off, I want to say, um, you know, thank y'all for all being here. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Especially to all the Nets fans in the chat. St. Leaf pulled up, but I don't know who that guy is, to be honest with you. I mean, I can't believe my eyes. First thing I seen him say was good luck. And the entire time he was like, oh, the tangerines this, the tangerines that. I was like, yo, you should stop calling them tangerines. Tangerines is a good thing. You got to call them something bad. And he was like, yeah, you're right. Like, again, I was just trying to get him right because I didn't understand what was going on with him in this thing. When you mentioned the Knicks, he always get fired up. And I'm trying to figure out, what's going on. Not to say I question his alliance because, it's been done to me. But I'm looking and I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, what's to him? I don't know if he's net fan for life. Sometime I don't know if he liked the Knicks. You know what I mean? It's like he kind of liked the Knicks. I don't know, man. These comments got me kind of confused. You know what I'm saying? But y'all beat the 76ers 3 out of 4 times this season. I had looked and seen that. I seen Embiid labored in that playing game. He's not 100%. As many knocks as I want to have on the Knicks, I'll be honest, I don't have many, but I do plan to troll. If there is a loss on the Knicks versus the 76ers, I'll pull up, say, happy to be here. Otherwise, happy 420 to everybody out there. Also, I think the 76ers could beat the Knicks if they listen to Big Fan Breezy. Now, the first thing they need to do is make sure that because Embiid is not 100% and he can't do a lot, he's going to have trouble with Hartenstein because Hartenstein could bring him outside. But with Mitch Robinson, his job is to make sure he don't get offensive rebounds. That's a tough job. It's a tough job. But what I will say is if they could keep him if that's your Embiid only job on defense, like, yeah, you're going to get Jalen Brunson to come to the paint. You're going to need your other players to step up and help where you won't have him labored, because if the Knicks go at a pace and they keep him running, remember, this is the same team. This is the same team for at least 4 games minimum. That's tough. And again, sometimes it's talent, but sometimes it's who really got the X's and O's down pat. Now, you got to give credit to Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse know what he's doing out there. I cannot pretend like I don't see the adjustments he made in that Miami game. I see the adjustments he made for them to win that game. It was a tight game. It was a close game. You know what I'm saying? But they won that game. I seen how he was even able to utilize Embiid in the latter part of the game in the fourth quarter for them to actually get that win. So I give a lot of credit to Nick Nurse. Before this podcast is over, I'll go check the stat between Nick Nurse versus Tom Thibodeau to see what the record is. But I don't think this is a sweep either way. I'm thinking 6 or 7 games. I can't.
I said I give him 5.
Oh, why you say 5?
I give them 1 in Philly. That's it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, but
hey, so what happens tonight?
We win. We win. And now we win by 8 or more. And the reason why I say this too, because Nick Nurse like to play drop coverage. If that's the game plan that you got coming with Jalen Brunson coming off a pick and rolls, it's gonna be a long day for you. Joel Embiid doesn't really have lateral movement. So now you got Jalen Brunson running downhill at him coming off a screen when he can't move. It's easy pickings. Or if he try to drop back and make Jalen Brunson a shooter, Jalen Brunson is shooting, almost 40% from the 3-point range this season. Like, they're I think Joel Embiid on the defensive end is going to be a liability because of the pick and roll. And I just think that's going to be hard for them. If they try to blitz Jalen Brunson has been killing the people trying to double team and blitz him all season. Like this. So, and the worst part about everybody doing that to him all season, it just prepared him for the playoffs where they try to do it in the playoffs. He knows how to handle that kind of coverage. He's seen all the defenses that people tried to throw at him to stop him this season. And I think that just prepared him. Jalen Brunson going to go off tonight. 40 points. 40 points for JB tonight. I'm calling it. You know what I mean? 40 points. And
he carried. Let's call it what it is. I got no knock on the Knicks. I mean, I don't like them, yes, but I have to give credit to what they doing. They're the second seed in the East. So, as much as I don't like them, I still got to critique them for what they are or who they are. And Jalen Brunson carry. I seen a stat where he had 14 times. And that's partly because Julius Randle isn't there. And I don't know. He's the engine of the team. He's the engine of the team. I know y'all say y'all won without him in the lineup, but I don't know how many games he was out of the lineup. To me, it looked like he played on at least 70 games. You know what I'm saying? He didn't miss a lot of time this season.
He played more than 70 games. I think it's
See
more
what
like
I'm saying?
75 or some shit like that.
He was the engine.
But
He's the engine of y'all team. So him getting 40, y'all gonna need that.
I mean, not necessarily. I've seen him play bad and us still get wins, man. I've seen him play bad and us still get wins.
You don't
But
think the playoffs make a difference? Who else you trust besides Jalen Brunson in the playoffs?
I
Because
trust
remember
Dante.
last season you was on the fence about RJ, and you were right about RJ. RJ, he didn't show up in the playoffs versus Miami. So that's why I'm asking, like, who you trust besides Jalen, besides him?
Dante Bogdanovich. I trust Josh Hart to do what he does. I trust OG Anunoby. And I trust Deuce McBride. You know what I mean? I trust all those guys. You feel me?
You trust Deuce McBride?
Absolutely. I like to
Okay, so
keep
what
them.
about Quickly? Because I remember you trusting Quickly going into the playoffs last season. Do you trust McBride more than you trust Quickly last season?
I feel like Quickly was more of a streak, always been more of a streaky shoot. I think Quickly is better than Deuce McBride. Let me first say that. But I think Quickly has always been a streaky shooter. You know what I mean? Like, he'll go hot for stretches, then he'll go cold for stretches. I feel like Deuce McBride is more level-headed. I always say this on Nixon Ish that Deuce McBride won't shoot you out of a game. He won't turn over the ball. Like, he's not going. You could never look at Deuce McBride in any situation and be like, yeah, he's the reason why they lost that night, right? Because he don't do those things. He plays within himself. He's become a tremendous 3-point shooter. And he's added little things to his game. You could tell that he's been watching Jalen Brunson a lot. And I just have faith in him to make the right decision. You feel me? Whether it be to shoot the ball, when to pass the ball. He won't turn it over to manage the second unit, to be a game manager when the second unit is out there. Those are things that I trust him in. I'm not saying I trust him to be like a 25-point scorer every other night. You feel me? I'm saying I'm trusting him as to execute his game to the best of his ability. I trust Bogey to go out there and give us 12 points off the bench in the time that he get. You know what I mean? I trust Josh Hart to do what Josh Hart do, was being a consistent rebounder, passing the ball well. And with Joel Embiid being injured and knowing that we want to run the court, the one thing that we know Josh Hart does really well is rebound the basketball and push the ball up the court and try to get easy transition buckets. I could see that happening a lot tonight because the injury to Joel Embiid. Who else I said? Oh, I trust OG to do. Oh, SRK, you's a hater. Please pull up. Please pull up when we win. I mean, please pull up when we
I
win.
like that energy, SRK. I don't agree, but I like that Nesfin energy. Well, listen. I will say is that the reason why I mention it is because I think the one that had the injury or whatnot in the beginning, in the middle of the season, and they were really hooping. I forget his name. I think Kelly Oubre. I think Kelly Oubre is a good defender for Jalen Brunson. I think Nick Nurse is such a good coach that he's going to force the Knicks to find offense besides Jalen Brunson. Now I do think that Jalen Brunson is going to go off, like you say. He might get 40 tonight. I'm not fitting to debate that, right? I just told you he had like over 10 40-point games. I'm not fitting to debate you on that, but I do give credit to Nick Nurse to say that he won't allow that for 4 games straight. It's no way that Nick Nurse is not going to be able to make adjustments because of his tenure in the playoffs. I think his experience is going to show. Shout out to Tommy T. I ain't even got no There's nothing bad to say about Tommy T, but he's in that same ballpark. When you talk about good coaches in the East, you're gonna say Nick Nurse as well. And I just think that if Nick Nurse forces the offense otherwise out of Jalen Brunson, I see them. That's where I feel like they could beat you out of 2-3 games, possibly 4. I got to go in 7. I won't debate you that y'all win in 7, but I don't in 5. I can't see that T time. I can't hold you, bro. I don't see that.
Absolutely in 5. Uh, People have been trying to force other people to beat them on the Knicks all season. All season, right? They've been trying to force that, right? And the crazy thing about it is, I know you don't watch that many Knicks games because the Nets play pretty much at the same time most of the season.
Right.
So I'm not going to knock you on that. But as a person who watched the Knicks all season, I'm telling you, everybody tries to force the ball out of Jalen Brunson's hand and still get 30 because he's not going out there trying to fight the double team. He's not going out there trying to do those type of things. He gets the ball, he relocates. What they started doing is running a lot of like Steph Curry type actions for Jalen Brunson when he gets off the ball. When they blitz him and try to get the ball out of his hand, he gets off the ball. They run him over through multiple screens, and then he gets the ball back and he attacks quickly. And that's where he been getting his buckets from. You feel me? Not allowing for him, getting rid of the ball, whether it be the Hartenstein at the free throw line extended, where Hartenstein can make a play for players cutting to the basket, or somebody coming, one of the other guards coming up, above the 3-point line and getting the ball, and JB relocate. You know what I mean? But it's gonna take more than just Kelly Oubre and blitzing him defensively for the Sixers to get that dub. You feel me? Because one thing that we have been doing a lot better lately too, which makes people second and third guess blitzing Jalen Brunson, is guys is moving off the ball. We've been shooting the 3-point shot tremendously well this season. You know what I mean? We got multiple guys shooting over 40% on the season. You know what I mean? So yeah, what's Nick Nurse is gonna have to do the coaching job of his life. You feel me? Coaching job of his life this series for them to get that dub. Because again, now and then you add Paul Reed's comment, so my guys is extra motivated now to kick the 76ers ass. Like it's certain things you don't say, and you just gotta keep those comments to yourselves. And I feel like that was one of those things. You know what I mean? I thought you were about to say something.
Nah, I
Yeah.
mean, I know I looked at his stat, so I could kind of back what Ed Reed said. I mean, Paul Reed said, but he ain't do shit versus the Knicks. He had like 2 good games last game, but when I look at his whole versus the Knicks, what he did statistically, nah, I wasn't impressed. So I wasn't even using that as no talking point. Like, I don't know how he gonna back what he said because it ain't because of the stats. It's either what he do don't show up on a box score, or we prove that shit. You're gonna have to prove that. But nah, go ahead. I don't know. Go ahead. I know, you know what I mean? Like I say, I ain't even get to the part of the show where I'm talking about the Nets, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I respectfully got to talk about the playoffs, even though we're not in the playoffs. Am I hurt? Not really. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest with you. As a Nets... Yo, hold on. I'm not gonna lie. Let me hold on. I really thought that we was not gonna miss the playoffs, you know what I mean? So for us to be here, like I said, I do this on my page. Y'all know how I feel. Y'all Nets fans know how I feel. But if y'all Nets fans didn't pull up to the page, I'll tell y'all real quick. I feel away, you know what I mean? And I want things to change, you know what I'm saying? I want CJ DFS to get traded. I want Jalen Wilson to back Mikal Bridges as the small forward. I want Lonnie Walker off the team if he can't be healthy. I like Lonnie Walker, but we can't rely on him for consistency and availability. I want Cam Thomas to start. It makes sense for Cam Thomas to not get the bag this season, but next season, when Ben Simmons come off the books. Take him off the books, put Cam Thomas on the books. Give him the bag. You know he's going to deserve it. And it's a disadvantage that y'all can't pay Cam Thomas this year, because if he averaged 22 this year, he going to average something crazy next year. But again, like I said, we ain't even finished talking about the playoff predictions. You know what I'm saying? I do feel some type of way that the Nets ain't there, though. I gotta keep it real with y'all.
SRK, man. I get it, bro. You a Net fan. Your feelings is hurt. Y'all didn't make the playoffs. But that don't mean you gotta automatically. I mean, it does, because I am a hater for the Nets. Like, if the Nets was in the playoffs, I'll be doing exactly what you was doing. If the roles were reversed, I'll be doing exactly what you was doing. But
that's why Leaf comment don't make no sense. He talk all of this shit. It's about you too, T-Tom. He like, oh, I don't want to hear him talking that shit with his something about your bed or some shit. And James Harden Jr. or some shit he was calling you type shit. I'm like, bruh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what are you even doing right now? So, you know what I mean? I don't understand why he put good luck. I was like, what is that? Like, you should have heard how they was treating me on Reflex Radio, him and Jay Fluky. I'm sitting in between two Knicks fans trying to create elbow room. And we finna go to the playoffs, and you know, like, we ruled against you because the Bucks are going against the Nets. This is how they talking to me as Nets fan and Knicks fan, Knicks fan and Nets fan. And you in here saying good luck, you my guy. Come on, we can't. Come on, man. What's that?
Yo, Leaf. Listen, man. I openly admit my pettiness, man. I'm a petty guy, and don't let Big Fair Breezy make you feel bad for being a bigger man, dog. Don't let him do that, bro. I'm openly petty, bro. That's me. That's my cross to bear. You feel me? Don't let Big Fair Breezy make you feel bad for being a bigger guy. We appreciate your good luck, you know what I mean, and your salutations, man. And SRK, man, ain't nothing happened this season was luck. Everything that happened to us this season was the exact opposite of luck. And we still persevered. You know what I mean? And that's what's going to make this team strong, and this is what make this team going to win this series, man. And I just hope you pull back up after we beat the 76ers, man. I just hope you pull back up. I haven't seen your name in the comments in a very long time. I hope all is well with you, good brother. But I really need you to pull back up after we win this series, man. Because, again, you're in my receipt book now, bro. You know what I mean? You're in my receipt book now. So, yeah, I just wanted to address that. But as far as, the playoffs go, yeah, the only reason why the Sixers got out of that play-in situation against the Heat is because of the injury to Jimmy Butler, and Nicholas Batum had his one good game.
Shining moment. Yo, they said that's the most he ever scored. Yo, I was watching in awe, for lack of better words. I was like, wow. Like, whoever put money on him on FanDuel came up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I guarantee you, it ain't. It probably like one person out of 2 billion, son. Like, because that guy, like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you can't expect. I hope y'all don't expect Nicholas Batum to keep having those kind of games, because they're gonna need that, because Joel Embiid is not right. I'm not one to root for injuries, but the facts are the facts. You feel me? He's not right. Everybody saw it. He's out there wearing a Stone Cold knee brace, son. He's wearing a Stone Cold Steve Austin knee brace out there, bro. You think he's healthy? You think he's going to be able to do and play big minutes the whole series? Because he's going to have to play big minutes, bro. They're going to need him on the basketball court, bro. And he's not going to be able to do that because of conditioning and his physical ability. He got the Robert Griffin III knee brace on, bro. Like, that's not a good look for him. And we all watched him struggle. We all watched him bend over. We all watched him crouched over, holding his knee.
Thank you, man. Thank you for fixing that, man. Please, man.
Yeah, pause. That was crazy. Yeah, we all watched him crouched over, holding his knee. You know what I mean? In pain. They said he was rubbing his knee before the the tip off even happened. You know what I mean? Like, so what? And he had like a they didn't play him the last game of the season, so he had like 4 days rest up until then. So you think that he gonna be better miraculously in 2 3 days? No, that's not how the body works, dog. It's not how the body works.
Yeah, that
And
was
for
to their disadvantage being in that play-in where MB can't get that rest. But for what it's worth, he probably needed that game to get back into some type of shape because he's out of shape, bro. He's his wind. He don't got a lot of wind.
and I'm not saying that Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson is going to completely shut Joel Embiid down. But as much as Bam Adebayo is considered an elite defender, physically he don't match up against Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is just a much bigger person than both of those. Well, than Bam Adebayo. Yeah, I mean, so technically that's not even a good physical matchup. But then you put him against Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson, two guys who are much bigger than Bam Adebayo. They could definitely defend. They could definitely defend. SRK, you clearly haven't been watching the Knicks if you laughing at Hartenstein. Hartenstein been balling all year, homie. All year. I call him Mr. Fuck Around and Find Out. You know how many people who tried to dunk on my son and got the nod at the basket this season? That's Mr. Fuck Around and Find Out. You sleeping, bro. You know what I mean? You
Yo, what's
sleeping. And
what's this? What's this about Hartenstein saying that he black, man, at a certain percentage? What's going on with that, man?
his daddy black.
He what black?
His daddy is black.
Oh, oh word?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I respectfully. If your daddy
oh,
black, you black.
yeah. Yeah. Uh he's black, bro. Like his mom's is German. So he's just his dad is light skinned too. You feel me? Like his dad is a lighter skinned man too. You feel me? So you add that with the fact that his mom is German, you get bright skin. He said he not light skinned, he bright skinned. Yeah, Hogstad said he not light skinned, he bright skinned. You feel me? Because his dad is light skinned and his mom's is German. You know what I mean? So that's why he looks so light. But yeah, man, he's sleeping on Hartenstein, son. Sleeping on Hartenstein. And I get it, you net fans, y'all haters. Y'all disgruntled. Your season went down in the toilet. I get it. I get it. So y'all be in y'all net fan pajamas at night, hoping and praying. Y'all include that in your nightly prayers before you go to bed. Y'all sitting there, please, Lord, let the Knicks lose to the 76ers. I know it. I know it. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not something that he could do for y'all, man. You know. But yeah, I said,
All right, so let's just go around the league real quick, see what other predictions we got going on. Listen, I got Orlando beating Cleveland because I want to see it. I want to see the dominance. I won't say dominance, but that front court is going to be tough for Garland and Donovan Mitchell to score for 4 games. They got to beat them. I mean, yeah, I could see them having good games, but I could see them putting too much emphasis trying to make Donovan Mitchell the engine. So that means if you're the engine, regardless if you're playing good and bad, they always want to go to him to see if they could win like that. So that being said, I see him having some good games, but not enough to beat the Orlando Magic. And he's out of there if they don't win that first round. I see the Magic, the Orlando Magic having that advantage going the distance. The longer this series is, the more I think the Orlando Magic is going to win it. That's how I feel about that series.
yeah, it's hard for me to go against the Cavs because of experience. I mean, that team has just got way more playoff experience than the Orlando Magic. Like it's not even close. You feel me? Though I think the only person on the Orlando Magic team that got any real playoff experience is Joe Ingles. You know what I mean? And he old and washed up. So it's like that's the main reason. You know what I mean? I got them the Cavaliers winning. I mean, I think it's a great matchup. I think Orlando does have an absolutely has a shot to beat, you know, the Cavaliers. I haven't been impressed with those guys most of the season. Even when they went on that stretch of they went on like this that long winning stretch, uh, it was against subpar teams. You feel me? They weren't really even beating nobody. They had a really nice stretch of subpar teams that they were beating up on, and I wasn't impressed even then. So yeah, Orlando really does have a shot, but it's just experience why I can't, you know, go against them, Cleveland.
Mm.
So,
So we won't know. It's not like by next week we'll know. You know, the playoffs, they spread the games out, I think 2 days apart. So I think, I don't know. Uh, I say 6 or 7. If Orlando does win that series, it's in 6 or 7 games. But you know, if again, the home court advantage goes to the Cavaliers, right?
they the fourth seed. No, they the fourth seed.
So
Cavs are the fourth seed.
yeah, I think that's going to matter a lot. Cleveland, they got to win at home. If the Orlando could steal one, I'm confident Orlando could win in 6 or 7, take it the distance. But if Cleveland jump out and win that first two, yeah, it's gonna be trouble. Because I think before we get back next week, they played at least 2 games, maybe
Probably
3.
three. Yeah, probably three.
So what it look like for the Knicks? How many games y'all play before we get back next week?
I'll tell you right now. One, two. Hold on. Come on, load the games, man. The fuck.
Word.
And it
I
should
gotta
take
get
it forever to load.
yeah.
1, 2, 3. We got 3 games before we get back. We definitely taking the first two at home. I mean, we definitely taking the first two at home. Like I said, I give the Sixers one at their crib. You know what I mean? I give them one, maybe the first game. You know, that's is always usually the home team usually always got a lot of energy in that game. You know, especially if they down 2-0, they come home and they try to protect home court. So I give them that one. So I'll say the Knicks will come back. By the time we come back, we'll be up 2-1.
Okay. So you give them that first home game at that Wells Fargo. You think they win that? So do you think that's the difference between this series? Is that y'all got home court advantage?
No, I think we win the series regardless. You feel me?
Even if
I
y'all
just,
was the away team, you think y'all will beat them? I mean, if y'all had a lower seed, just hypothetically, like the home, because the playoffs, I would think that's why you would want to be the top 4 seed because of the home court advantage. I think that does mean a lot. Do you again? Remember, this is the first time y'all was the top 4 in the playoffs, contrasted to last season, right? And when y'all played the Cavs, y'all was a 5th seed, and correct.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, instead of like you said, y'all going up 2-0. When y'all played the Cavs last season, did y'all go back 2-0 or was it 1-1?
No, we we were 1-1. We
It
stole
was
one
that
in Cleveland,
split. But that's the away team job to get the split.
and then they in Cleveland win another game after that.
Hmm.
Um,
But yeah, that's a big difference. So whether you get that split or not in those first 2 games. But you think
yeah.
y'all
So
clear. You don't think the 76ers get a split.
now we going to Philly 2-0. We going to Philly 2-0.
Oh, that's
And
cold.
I really think we're gonna take their heart in these 2 games, man. I really think we're gonna show them something in game 1 and 2, and it's gonna put a lot of doubt in their mind for real. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I think we're gonna expose how hurt Embiid is for real. I'm not even sure if Embiid makes it out the series on the court. You know what I mean? Not because we're gonna do anything dirty. It's just I know we're gonna be very physical with him. You know what I mean? Make him run a lot. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And see if
Yeah,
that
I
lead.
mean, for him to have to stop Mitchell Robinson on the rebounds, that's a tough act.
Hartenstein too, gang. You know what I mean? Hartenstein too. Hartenstein has become a tremendous offensive rebounder himself. You feel me?
Hmm.
So and I just think our guys is really motivated behind that Paul Reed statement, man. Like if you just watching the conference and press conferences and hearing how they talking, it's like they trying to play it off like, man, they don't nobody care about that shit, but it's the way they say nobody care about that shit, right? Like Josh Hart, like nobody care what the fuck he's saying, but it's the way the tone in that. He was like, oh yeah, that kind of struck a nerve a little bit, huh?
Mhm.
But to answer your question about the seeding, and that's another reason why it was important to keep on winning out and fighting for the second seed, because now we also got, once we beat the 76ers, we also got home court advantage in the second round. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and,
That's if y'all get you saying if y'all make the second round,
I said
then
when?
no, and like because it's
I,
an if right now.
I
Right
said I
now,
said
it's
when?
like possible,
I said when?
possibly.
I didn't stutter.
it,
I didn't stutter.
it can happen. You know what I mean? It's likely to happen. You know what I mean?
You feel me? I ain't stutter. I ain't stutter, gang. I said when. You know what I mean?
All
When we
right.
go to yeah.
So hold on. When did Tommy T get to the Knicks again?
It's like what fourth? This is fourth season.
So what's that? 2021?
20, 2020.
2020?
Yeah. 2020, 2021. We
All
went to the
right.
playoffs. The first year he got here, we went to the playoffs.
Okay. All right. So that first season, Tommy T lost to Nick Nurse. But then he was on Toronto. Not that you care, but this is just me trying to assess Tommy T versus Nick Nurse. They split that first season, two wins apiece. The second season, 2 wins apiece. Uh, yeah, man, they look pretty even, man. They look pretty even. It's not to say Nick Nurse is far ahead of Tommy T. If you like Nick Nurse over Tommy T, but
I
the win
also
loss column is pretty close. It's
I
pretty
also
close.
I also think the first two seasons, the talent disparity was so vast between the two teams. I think Toronto was still a very good team when Coach Tommy T pulled up. You know what I mean? A very good team. And we had Julius Randle and fucking Alfred Payton.
Mhm.
and rookie RJ. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Or
so
second year RJ, my fault. Second year
so
RJ.
so last season y'all was looking for RJ to be the third scorer in the playoffs behind Randall, Jalen Brunson, and he was supposed to be the third guy. So
Yes.
what's that look like this season in the playoffs? So who's the first guy? We all know it's Jalen Brunson. Let's not play around. So and who's the second and third guy though?
You know what's crazy? This is gonna sound crazy. I don't think there's a pecking order pause after Jalen Brunson. I feel like it's
Okay.
just after that it's by committee, right? Like it's by committee. Take the right shots, make the right plays. You feel me? And that's how they've been playing. And the difference between this year and last year and what RJ couldn't do, OG Anunoby does all that stuff. You know what I mean? OG Anunoby is a great catch and shoot 3-point guy, especially from the wings. I mean the corners, uh, which RJ struggled with severely in his time as a Knick, right?
Hmm.
To do that on a consistent level. He had stretches where he shot the ball really well, but he could never be consistently good from behind the arc. I used to always complain about RJ Barrett not cutting enough off ball. OG does that to perfection.
Okay.
OG Anunoby is a five-time better defender than RJ is. You know what I mean? Can
He
guard
said
multiple.
5 time. Damn, it was that bad.
I mean, I'm just really talking about how great OG is as a defender versus how bad RJ is. It's not really trying to say RJ is a horrible defender. He's not. I think he was
Okay.
put in. I just think he was put in positions where he was at a disadvantage. Whether it be size or speed wise. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but That's not the case with OG. He tremendous instincts, tremendous off ball instincts on defense. Like All those things that we need an RJ to do, OG does that. You know what I mean? Then you start looking at, you know, the bench and you look at Bogey. You know what I mean? Like I don't think um as solid as a defender quickly was, I think Deuce McBride is a better defender. I think quickly was a better scorer, but then you add somebody like Bogdan to kind of pick up that slack on the scoring that we missed with quickly, but you still have the solid defense of a Deuce McBride. And then let's not forget that he shot the ball tremendously when his minutes went up. We're talking about Deuce McBride from the 3-point range. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So behind Jalen Brunson, it's a committee thing. And then you can't forget about Ginger Jordan, Dante DiVincenzo. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
He's been
y'all
shooting.
call him Ginger Jordan.
I call him Ginger Jordan. You know what I mean? Most people, a lot of people,
Oh man.
call him the Jordan of Delaware. I just like the way Ginger Jordan sound better. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
man.
Ginger Jordan been shooting lights out from 3-point range all season, and then down the stretch of the season, you start to see him augment his game by getting to the cup more often. You know what I mean? Beating guys off the dribble and doing things of that nature, and making the right plays at the rim. After Jalen Brunson, again, the reason why this team has been successful because nobody's really trying to do too much and play outside their skill set. They play in basketball the right way as a team because they know to make up for somebody like Julius Randle, you can't just do it with one person. You have to do it as a team. So to answer your question, even though I did it in a roundabout, even though I did it in a drawn out roundabout way, after Jalen Brunson, there is no number two. But if I had to put a number two on scoring option, it's Dante DiVincenzo. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because he takes the second most shots.
All right. All right. That makes sense. All right. So let's just finish going around the league. So I got Orlando over Cleveland for the most part. You got Cleveland over Orlando.
Yeah.
Celtics over whoever they play. I forget who they play.
The
Uh,
Heat. The Heat without Jimmy
oh,
Butler.
hold on. Let me not just throw that away like that then. Well, they don't got Jimmy Butler, and that make all the difference in the world. Let's just call it what it is. As good as I do think the Heat won't get swept, but without Jimmy Butler, the Heat are actually doing their job. Every game they win, making Boston Celtics late to the second round, for lack of better words, they doing their job. If they could get the Celtics to play 6 games, if they could get two, I think the Celtics win. But if the Heat could get two, that's putting the chink in the armor before the Celtics get to the second round, and they did their job. And this is because this is my soliloquy because they don't have Jimmy Butler. If they had Jimmy Butler, I might be changed. My narrative might be a little different, but that's how I feel about that series. How you feel about it?
I think Boston wins, but like you, I don't think it's gonna be a sweep. I'm not really sold on Boston to be this big powerhouse dominant team. I see the way they play. I hate the way they play, and I think if Jimmy Butler was healthy, that series be going to 7. I still
Mm.
got Boston winning, but that series going to 7. Uh, I just think as the playoffs go on, uh, all that 3-point shooting they doing, them shots gonna stop falling, man. They're gonna
Mm.
stop falling, and it's gonna put a lot of pressure on Jason Tatum and Brown to, you know, like really have to carry that team. And we've seen
Mm.
them choke in the playoffs many times. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So
I
so we
think
see, but for that series, I got Boston in 6.
okay, and the reason why I think it'll go 6 is because Bam. I think Bam he slows down a Porzingis and Tatum or Tatum. He's gonna slow down one of them, and if he can do that, the Heat got a chance. They got a chance. But okay, we still on the East Coast. This
Tyler
Cleveland,
Hero,
Orlando,
hold on.
Celtics, the Knicks.
If
Well,
Tyler Hero could, if Tyler Hero could play anything like he played against the Bulls, that's gonna make that series super interesting, son.
yeah, he
Because
was hooping. I don't know what he did the other day, but that shit they said, Jimmy said, invigorated him to play harder. Because I heard he said some shit like 9 for 27. He just kept yelling 9 for 27. Tyler Hero like, oh what? And he missed. And he was like 9 for 28. So I don't know, man. He came out hooping. Listen, I respect it. You know what I mean? We'll see. But yeah, I got it going 6, but I give the nod to the Celtics. I think they win that. Hold on. So that's 3 teams. I forget one team. I'm forgetting one team.
Pacers and
The Bucks.
yeah. I don't know, son. I'm not sold on the Bucks at all. And Giannis is not healthy.
That's another that happened last playoffs too. And they lost in the first round too. And that's what I was doing last night. And I want to get to that after. There's gonna be some disgruntled stars if they can't get out the first round. They're gonna move around next season. Players might move around, but I think Tyrese Halliburton got a chip on his shoulder. You know what I mean? He got praise, and then they say, "Oh, he ain't that guy." I think he want to show up. And Dame Lillard is somebody you could attack on the defense. Like you just go at him. You gotta go at him. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go at him. Him and Malik Beasley. You gotta go at them. It hurt to know that they don't have Mathurin. I think Mathurin is hurt. He was one of the better six man. He could have definitely been in a 6-man award conversation. For that matter, I heard that DiVincenzo missed it by like a second or some shit like that. I just wanted to say, even if he did qualify, he wouldn't have been better than Cam Thomas. He wouldn't have been better than Cam Thomas. So even if he don't qualify, don't make him feel bad about it. You honorary candidate, but you ain't better than Cam Thomas. I just wanted to say that, but we could continue to talk about the Pacers series. I don't know who wins that, man.
Winning matters too, man. That's all I got to say. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I don't want to say I don't got a dog in the race. You know what I mean? I don't got a horse in the race. I look at it for what it is. For what it's worth, the Indiana, they a team that came from the ABA. I want to see them. I want to see them beat the Bucks. You know how I feel about Giannis and him, Kyrie landing on his foot. So hey, whatever. The Pacers in 7. Pacers in 7, man. I'm saying the Pacers in 7. I don't think they Bucks is sweeping them, and I damn sure know that the Pacers ain't sweeping the Bucks. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm not sold on the Bucks, but I still don't think the Pacers is going to beat the Bucks. I think this might go to 6 or 7 as well. And mostly I think the Pacers can't beat the Bucks because I don't believe Tyrese Halliburton is that guy. I think he's fraud. You know what I mean? I think he fraud. I think he hit a really nice hot streak. You know what I mean? And they tried to make it seem like he was the second coming of whoever. You know what I mean? Whoever you want to try to equate his skill set to. And I don't think he's really that guy. You feel me? So I think when it comes down to it, if Giannis is really that hurt, I think Dame's gonna take over this series.
Hell no, he can't do it in Portland. Why he can do it with the Bucks? You think the best Portland team that Dame had is better than the team he got with the Bucks? That team of
absolutely with the veterans he got around him, the Brook Lopez, the Bobby Portis, the Middleton. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of veteran support around him. And let's not act like Dame ain't never been out the first round, bro. You saw what he did to Paul George. Stared him in the face from half court, shot the ball and sent him home.
Don't start that shit, Barry. Don't start that shit, Barry. I ain't even get to the Suns versus the Mavs. Don't come in here starting that. Come on, man. Yo, look, we gonna give the next series we're gonna talk about is the Suns. Go ahead, T-Tom. Go ahead.
I think if Giannis is not right, Dame is gonna take over the series. Again, I gotta go on 6 or 7. And neither one of those teams defend. You know what I mean? So it's all about who could put the most points on the board. You know what I mean? All about who could put the most points on the board. Neither one of them teams could defend. I just think Dame is even with Giannis being injured, you know what I mean, and not being 100%, Dame is the best player on the court. You You know what I mean? And I think that's what's going to win out. And I think the veteran leadership on that team with the Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis and guys like that. You know what I mean? I think the supporting
Yeah.
cast is just better over there too. They got if the Pacers can't defend, they can't do nothing with Bobby Portis, bro. They can't do nothing with Bobby Portis. Bobby
Yeah, but
Portis
it's a.
coming off
I hear you, man. I hear you.
who they got coming off the bench is gonna give him 15 points.
You talk about the Indiana Pacers?
Yeah. Nobody.
No, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Listen, again, I don't know. That's what I mean. I'm not finna debate it because I do think that Giannis not being healthy, Turner and Jalen Smith, they could take big advantage of that. The biggest part of the Pacers winning this is having the Bucks trail in that first quarter. If they could jump out and control the pace of the game, the Pacers control the pace of the game. If they can do that, if they can make it where they the ones who have the lead and the Bucks are trailing, they put themselves in a very good situation on winning those games. But I think that's their only advantage. Their advantage is to play faster than the Bucks. And if you do that, you might put strain on Giannis. And if they could get listen, I don't know, man. That coach got to be smart to beat the Bucks. But if I was the Bucks coach, I would attack Giannis any chance I got. And put a game on a pick and roll, attack him, make him play both sides of the ball. The first part of the game, attack the back, fuck a jumper. I'm going straight at Giannis, see what it see, make him give him everything he got in that first half. Time that second, try to gas him, and that's what I would do. But if they do that, they can control the pace of the game. And I say Pacers in 7. I say the Pacers in 7.
I just
But
think the last thing, I just think Pacers' inability to defend is going to be their downfall, bro. But yeah, we can move on.
oh, yeah, let's talk about the Suns. Who they play? Who they play the Mavs?
So
The Suns. No. Suns play the Suns played the Wolves.
no way.
Yes.
Suns is 6. They play. Nah. They do play the Wolves. Oh yeah, Suns is out of here, bro.
Go ahead. Tell them why. Tell them why, T-Town. Tell them why.
Suns is just not a good team. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they mesh well together. Bradley Beal is looking like a horrible addition to that team.
Mm.
Devin Booker don't know how to defer. You know what I mean?
Mm.
They don't have no real. The Suns don't have no real point guard.
Mm.
And they try to make Bradley Beal a point guard, but that's not him. That's not been his game. It's never been his game. And Anthony Edwards is really him.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Edwards is really him.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I dislike him, is Cat back?
I heard Cat back.
As much as I dislike him, they ain't got nothing for Cat defensively. You know what I mean?
Nada.
And I'm not saying like they got anybody that could defend KD. Obviously not. You know what I mean? But
You can make it difficult for him though.
I'm just saying
And
that team.
KD's strength is being efficient. If they could get KD to score the points he's gonna score, but on a bad efficiency, they did their job with KD, bro.
We spoke about it, right? So I know why it didn't happen. I know why it didn't happen. Why I ain't get my chicken yet? Because we gotta be face to face. Yeah, I mean, but until I get my chicken, I'm not betting you no more. I'm not betting you no more until I get my chicken. And I'm not saying you did anything wrong with not getting my chicken. We discussed this, but until you pay your last bet, it's clip. But yeah, Suns is out of here, bro. Sorry to tell you, they not it. They're not it. Disappointment. Womp womp. You're gonna be sad.
Yeah. And again, I just think they got a lot of individual talent, but you can't buy chemistry. And that's what I was saying about KD. No matter how good that team is, you can't buy chemistry. And I don't know how many games they got under they played together. I don't know how many games the Bill, Booker, KD, how many games did they actually play together?
Not a lot. Not a lot. Because
For the
Bill
play,
been injured most of the season.
yeah, so I just think that offenses look redundant to play to a team, a NBA team, a professional team. Once you're doing the same thing over and over, if you're not running those X's and O's down to like just executing your X's and O's, clean screens. You understand? Clean pick and rolls. Them refs is calling on moving screens. Them refs is calling that. If you're not able, and those are turnovers. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the more popular things that I've seen that the refs were doing this season. They were calling moving screens where that's a turnover, bro. Like if you don't correctly, if you like hit the player the wrong way, that's a foul. That's a defensive foul. But say you the one setting the screen and you like move too early, or you like do something where you like don't give the defender a fair chance to go around you or something like that. The refs were calling that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you get the chemistry at and having a lot of games together. And if that's not on point, I just don't see what they could do with what Rudy Gobert versus Nurkic. Like, yeah, I know Nurkic is gonna be cleaning up on boards. I heard he good for that, but bruh, that's a lot. And to deal with Cat and Nas Reed. That's just a lot for Nurkic to deal with these playoffs, bro. And you can't. And we all seen when you rely on KD to be the number one guy to win it for you, he don't have enough. Whether it was the Boston series or whether it was the OKC series, I'm not trying to bash KD here, Barry, but it's time for you to understand what happens around these parts. Now that you came in, you can't leave now. Now, KD never carried his team to win a championship. He did his best to beat Braun. He even joined Golden State to beat Braun. Now he in the situation where him and Braun is in the same conference. He can't even get to the finals unless he passed Braun. The karma of it all is interesting between KD and LeBron. I said all that to say he gonna get his ass bust. This not going far. I got the Wolves in 5. I got the Wolves in 5. Stop it.
Yeah,
Unless the refs are very nice to the Suns.
Wolves in 6, man.
Wolves in 6.
Yeah. I lost too much money on the Suns this year, man. Fuck those guys.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. Lakers versus Denver. I got Denver in 6, man. How you feel about that one?
Denver in 5.
Denver in 5. Okay. Damn. All right. Easy work.
AD don't want no smoke with Joker, bro. We've seen it. We watched Joker over the last 2-3 years give AD crazy work. Like it ain't even been close. AD don't show up to these kind of games, man. He don't. When he has to be the second best guy or the third best guy in these high profile games, he hasn't been that since the bubble, son. He hasn't been there since the bubble, and he don't want no smoke with Joker. Like we watched Joker shooting rainbow 3-pointers at AD face last year, and AD just smiling at him and looking at him. It's the playoffs, dog. Like, why are you smiling because this man just hit a rainbow buzzer beater in your face, man? Like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, nah, bro.
That don't show competitiveness, man. That's crazy.
And as good as the last thing, and as good as LeBron has been at his age, he's still 38 years old, gang. You know what I mean? He's not Superman, dog. He's not. And he's not gonna be able to carry that team by himself past the defending champs, bro. I just don't see that happening. So I got Denver in 5.
Yeah, nah, I hear you. I ain't even finna debate that. The last note, there's 2 more games. Mavs versus Clippers. I got the Mavs in 6. I see the Clippers winning 2, maybe 3, but I got the Mavs leaving the first round. For real.
No, bro. That's the to me, this is the best matchup in the first round. You know what I mean?
Out of the East and West, or just the West?
Out of the East and West, I think this is the best matchup. I think overall the Clippers are a better team, but it's Luka and Kyrie, dog. It's Luka and Kyrie, dog. Like the Clippers to me is a overall better team. I think Norman Powell is a tremendous off the bench man. He been wilding out all year as well. Uh, but it's Luka and Kyrie, and they've been dropping 30 points together every night recently. Like 30 and 30, bro. Like every night. And that was the one thing that like when you have two stars who's ball dominant like that, like can they, play well at the same time? And Katie and Kyrie's been playing well at the same time. They're scary, bro. But if I had the gun in my head, had to pick somebody to win, I'm going with the Clippers in 7.
Interesting. That's interesting. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at it, and yeah, this might be the most interesting. I'll give you that. I'm still a fan of Kyrie. I can't front. I like Luca when he's not playing versus the Nets. Uh, yeah, man. I'm gonna have to say that those other pieces they gonna have to show up. They don't clear the Clippers. They don't clear them. You know what I mean? That's a tough act for both of them. Um, I'll go as far as to say 7. Mavs in 7. But I don't see the Clippers. Um, I just think at the end of the day, when they need offense in that fourth quarter, sometimes they get stagnant. And I know for sure you could go to Kyrie in the fourth quarter, especially after what I seen him do to Jokic in that game with the left hand. I'm saying that the Mavs win because you could trust Kyrie in the fourth quarter more than you could trust James Harden, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard's tough. Not on front. Kawhi Leonard, maybe Paul. You can trust him more than Paul George and James Harden, and maybe Kawhi Leonard. I'll say that. So fourth quarter, I think the Mavs are a better fourth quarter team than the Clippers. That's why I'm choosing the Mavs.
Kawhi in the fourth quarter is up there, bro, with those guys. I think it's 1A, 1B with that type shit. You know what I mean? Like, but the reason why I made my pick is I think Norman Powell's gonna be the X factor, man. I don't trust Tim Hardaway fucking Jr. to be consistent throughout the whole playoff series to be an X factor. You feel me? Like I trust Norman Powell to come out and give 15 or better off the bench. You feel me? Every game. Every game I trust that. You know what I mean? And then you got Russie. You know what I mean? Like coming off the bench, like I just think like as a whole that team is better. Star power, I'm gonna give it to Luka and Kyrie. You know what I mean? But as a whole,
Russ is tough. I didn't even mention Russ. I forgot Russ. Russ is tough. If Russ could slow down Kyrie Irving, yeah, man, I might have to, retract. I might be wrong. I might be wrong about the Mavs winning. I might. We'll see, though. We'll see.
It's now because Kyrie is not a net. There's not a person on this earth that could slow down Kyrie Irving. You know what I mean? Kyrie just miss and have off nights. Ain't nobody in the world could slow down Kyrie Irving, son.
Kyrie is tough, man. He's tough. So yeah, I'm gonna say Mavs in 7 for right now. But if I'm wrong, who cares? I'm a Nets fan. Don't take what I say and go to FanDuel. Let me disclaimer. Don't take what Big Fan Breezy says and go to FanDuel. That's not how we gonna do this here. But all right, cool. So we got one last game, then we can get to the Knicks to close out. What's that? And all these games is coming on today. Today is action packed far as basketball, man.
And the Kings, right?
Oklahoma and the Pelicans.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Pelicans. I forgot the Kings lost last night.
I got Oklahoma in 6. I got them in. I think OKC could clear them in 6. Shea is a lot to deal with, man. So
Zion's hurt. If Zion was healthy, I'd probably be going with the Pelicans, to be perfectly honest. You know what I mean? But no Zion, I'm going with the Thunder in 5.
Okay. Respectfully. Respectfully, I ain't even going. I ain't even. I'm fitting the trip. I know we going. I'm about to be fitting the close out, and I see Barry talking spicy about Philly. Let me just let the people know before we close out with the Knicks, and then a little bit of Nets news. Uh, okay, so today you got the what? You got hold on, my bad. I'm bugging out. Orlando at Cleveland at 1 o'clock. Also at 3:30 you got Minnesota and Phoenix at 3:30. To, Tonight you got the Lakers in Denver at 8:30 Eastern time, of course. I don't know where you guys are at. You got and then you got the Knicks with tonight at 6 p.m. So we gonna finish the close. Let me do my little Nets news real quick, and then then we could end off with the Knicks because they're in the playoffs, I guess. You know what I mean?
Nah,
But
you don't have to guess. They are in the playoffs.
you know what I'm saying? So look, Joey Fernandez lost with the Kings last night. We couldn't officially sign him to be the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets until that happened. I think before we get back next week, we sign him as the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm looking forward to it. Y'all can follow me on Big Fan Breezy. I'm gonna cover that as soon as it happens. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and also I'm gonna cover the playoffs later tonight. And I know that the Brooklyn Nets are not in the playoffs. I know that, but I'm gonna cover it anyway. And you know what I mean. So other fans that want to pull up, y'all could come in. It won't be hostile. You know what I mean. I promise you. You know what I mean. Y'all could pull up and say say what y'all like to say. You know what I mean. So I appreciate y'all, and yeah, man. I'm not rooting for the Knicks. I'm not rooting for the Knicks.
So check it, yo, Barry, man. Yo, just because I don't think the Suns is gonna win, man, that don't mean you gotta. Yeah, I mean, I know you don't believe that for real. I know you don't. I know you don't believe that the Knicks is gonna lose to Philly in six. Are you on drugs? You feel me? But yeah, I know Barry. I understand. You know what I mean? Your KD fandom is overriding your common sense again, man. I see it. But yeah, so tonight, uh, the Knicks get off to a slow start. You know what I mean? We have been starting these games pretty slow as of late. But the thing about the Knicks is we a team that's gonna wear you down over fourth quarters. Every game. Every game. And I always say this too. I say this on Knicks Itch. I say, yo, if we not down by 20 plus in the first half, bro, going into halftime, I think we gonna win. Every time. Because I watched this team battle back from large deficits and get W's all season. So in order for Philly to beat us today, they got to come out of the first half up 25 plus. You know what I mean? That's the only way they beating us today.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, to end it off, I just want to say again, I always got off on a rough start with the Knicks fans. I troll a lot, all of that kind of stuff. So I want to welcome the Knicks to a vacation as soon as possible. Soon as you guys want, we sending you guys Cancun brochures, whatever you want. You could do it after the next 4 games. We welcome you guys. Come with us, the Nets. We want to chill with you guys now. Now we want to chill with you guys. Come chill with us.
Look,
The sooner the better.
by time the Knicks go on vacation, if they go on vacation, y'all gonna be well tanned. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna, you're gonna put on vacation weight. Y'all gonna put about 10, 15 pounds vacation weight. Y'all been down in Cancun eating good, tequila shots, drinking a little worm out the bottle. Yeah, I mean, pause.
Nah,
You
we ain't
feel me?
doing none of that.
Yeah, y'all doing all that. Y'all down in Cancun. Salt on the hand, tequila shots.
Ben
Yeah, that's what
Simmons.
y'all do. That's what
Ben
y'all
Simmons
doing.
in Cancun. Ben Simmons
Oh,
there.
he already booked all the villas for y'all.
Nah. But look, like singular, not plural. Ben Simmons is there. That's the invite came from him, behalf of him. But the other Nets players, oh, they're in the gym. They getting to it. Cam Thomas somewhere getting to it. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Cancun, gang. You know what I mean? y'all was on vacation mode like a month ago. Y'all knew it was a wrap. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I understand y'all want company, but we got things to do. We got playoff series to win, my boy. You know what I mean? So enjoy. Watch you get a chance to watch a team make the city look good, bro. You ain't seen that. You ain't
I
seen
seen
that.
it. I did see it. I seen it with the Nets when we got to the second round. It felt good to get out the second round, but again,
Out
I'm
the
not here
second
to.
round.
I'm not
Hold
here to
on.
do this. I'm not here to
Hold
do
on.
this.
Y'all ain't get out no second round. Y'all got
I
to the
mean,
second round.
yeah, to the
Y'all ain't
second.
get out
Excuse
no
me.
second
Excuse me.
round.
To the second round. Apologies. But
Yeah.
again, like this ain't about the Nets. We ain't in the playoffs, so I ain't even finna do that. Know what I mean? But I will be there on Nixon ish trolling
You
on
can
the
try.
first loss.
You
On
can
the
try.
first loss.
Oh no, you can pull up the night after we win. You know what I mean?
No, 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 no. If
Yeah,
y'all
pull
lose,
up.
I'm pulling up. If y'all win, I'm not pulling up.
Pull up. Is that crazy? We can pull up the night after we win. Something to celebrate.
tell him what time you starting your recap.
I don't even know. I'll be
Okay.
perfectly honest. You know what I mean, I don't even know. I usually put the link up like a half an hour before we go live. So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But it's gonna be a celebration. Look out, Knicks and Ish going live tonight after the W. The Garden is gonna be rocking tonight. Ooh, it's gonna be rocking tonight. I wish I was there. I wish I could be there. You know what I mean? Oh, and shout out to the Randall family, man. They're giving away 4 second row tickets for the game. You know what I mean? That's dope of them. They don't have to do it, but they doing it. Giving away 4 second row tickets to game one. Julius Randle's wife announced that on Twitter, and they doing it like you gotta like DM her, let's go Knicks or some shit like that. Uh, and they're giving away 4 second row tickets to the game. Julius Randle and his wife. That's fire. Yeah, I mean, they don't even have to do. They doing that out their own pocket. That's dope, man. And all the slander. This is what I'm saying. How can y'all not like Julius Randle, dog? Like how some Knicks fans was hating on Julius Randle. I don't get it. You know what I mean? He a man of the people. He don't got to do that. He ain't got to give y'all second row tickets. You know how expensive the tickets are? And he about to give
Yeah.
4 away. 4.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
just one negative thing I just wanted to say is I seen that Julius Randle, he got a sneaker by Skechers. They are trash. They are trash.
Who got sneakers on your team? Who got sneakers on your team?
Oh wow.
All right. All right. Imagine, imagine talking shit about a player with a sneaker deal, being the first sneaker brand, NBA player of that brand. You know what I mean? And your team, and nobody on your team got no kicks. They got no feet on your.
So hold
They
on, you saying Julius Randle? He's the
NBA player on sketches. Absolutely.
first. Okay, okay. I don't
Yeah.
like the sneakers. Shout to that, but the
Bro,
sneakers look bad.
you know how trash, how bad your team is. After all James Harden did to your team, you got Lonnie Walker pulling up to the game and Harden's on, son. That's crazy, bro. He
Mm,
destroyed. James Harden destroyed the Nets, and
damn.
Lonnie Walker pulling up with, and you worried about Julius Randle feet? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
I
Shout out
don't
to
know who
Julius
else to
Randle.
tell. You know what I mean? I held
You know
this
what?
to say this right on the show. I have nobody else to say this to. You know?
You know what? You know what? When we do the summer game, I'm pulling up in some Julius Randle kicks, man. Word, you talking bad about my boy. Find
Hold
somewhere.
on,
You in the
hold on. I
spot
just
where
want to say
to pull up at.
I said I was going to wear the Dinwiddies if he help us make it to the playoffs. He ain't help us make it to the playoffs, so I'm not obligated to that bet again. So I'm not wearing Dinwiddies. You won't see me in Dinwiddies at the fan game. That's not gonna. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. So
Them
yeah,
sneakers was horrible
that's
too. Them sneakers was horrible.
it. Yo, but yeah, man. I'm not. Leaf said enough. Leaf, you said enough. You know what I mean? He gonna pull up and say he meant something different later. Nah, I'm gonna hold you accountable to what you said when I see you later, Leaf. Know that. Know that. Now I'm gonna title the name of my show. Leaf told a Nick fan tea time. Good luck.
Thank you, Leaf. Thank you for being a true man.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm absolutely not gonna do that. But Leaf, how could you? How could you, sir?
Man,
Listen, man.
Tea time, Mr. Petty Boots, and it's nice to see that you could be the bigger man and congratulate and wish. You know what I mean, the Knicks luck, man. I know you want to see the city look good too, bro. I understand. You know what I mean? I
Oh man.
understand. You
Mm-mm-mm.
know what I mean?
Nasty work. Nasty work. Yo, shout out to Leaf, man. Subscribe to his page, Leaf4788. But yeah, man, that's all I got, man. I'm not. I'm saying I want to see a good game, and the good game for Big Fan Breezy is the Knicks going out there doing just enough for them to lose in a dramatic fashion. You know what I mean? That's a good game for Big Fan Breezy. Lose in dramatic fashion, yes.
Sorry,
That's
sorry that y'all gonna be disappointed.
yeah.
Sorry, yo. Like I said, my confidence come from the fact that we held them to under 100 points for most of the season, son. Even
Mm,
we beat them by 30 twice. We beat them by 30 twice with Joel Embiid on the court. Healthy Joel Embiid. We beat them by 30 twice with a healthy Joel Embiid on the court. You know what I
mm.
mean? So come on, this is where my confidence come from. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that we're gonna beat them by 30 tonight, but we definitely gonna get that dub. Definitely gonna get
Okay.
that dub. Let's go Knicks. 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 About to be some,
Oh.
yeah. About to be a good night, y'all.
Yeah, man. Again, like I said, I see y'all for the recap. I don't know what's gonna happen. I gave y'all my predictions, and I don't know, man. You know what I mean? I'm a Nets fan, so I'll be watching it, wishing we were there. You know what I mean? Or that's it.
Gotta
That's
be
it.
gotta be in the playoffs to lose though. That's hilarious. But yeah, man. Yo, we see y'all on this show next Saturday. And I'll see y'all tonight after the game. You know what I mean? Y'all Knicks fans, Knicks fans is gonna be in the building. I mean, y'all Nets fans can pull up if y'all want to live vicariously through somebody. You know what I mean? You know,
If y'all lose, I'm pulling up. I'm absolutely certain you're gonna see Big Fan Breezy in the chat if y'all lose.
pull up if we win too, man. All right.
I got
So,
places to be. I
so
got
you
places.
can
I got things to
live
do. I got places to
vicariously
be.
through. So you can live vicariously through Knicks fans, man,
Nah,
and see
I
and
don't
see.
want to live vicariously through no other fan. I want to see the Nets winning, and I want us to win it before y'all. Let me make that clear. I'm not rooting for like if we win a championship, then maybe I might, will root for your looks like, all right, well, yeah, I guess since we won it already, you know what I mean? But y'all win a championship before me, grabs pearls. The Knicks winning the championship before the Nets in my lifetime, grabs pearls, bro. I don't want to see that shit. I
Don't hold your
don't. I'm
breath.
not here for that. I am not here for that, sir. I am here
Yeah.
to see the Nets win before the Knicks. Yes, I'm that
Don't hold your
petty.
don't hold your breath, big fan breezy. You know what I mean? Don't hold your breath. It shit still looking real grim over across the bridge. Yeah, I mean, Sean Marks is still in charge of shit over there. It's rap. It's not happening. Long as Sean Marks there's no championships for y'all guys, man.
We gonna see, man. He got Jordy Fernandez in the driver's seat. We gonna see what happens, man. I'm looking forward to it.
And I saw that too. I'm like, here we go again, another unproven coach. Heard you. You know what I mean? Heard you. You know what I mean? And to me personally, I think y'all need a culture shifting coach. A coach that's going to come in there and establish a culture. You know what I mean? Because it's not like you, what you would call it, you're starting fresh with like a whole bunch of really, really young players. You got veterans on that team, and the culture need to be established there, and that has to come from, the head coach. And the way you do that with like a coach that got, you know, tenure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We went after Budenholzer. He was the number one choice, but he tried to jack us, you know what I mean? Tried to rob us without a gun. I mean, you seen Ben Simmons do it, so he went for his, you know what I mean? Said that he wanted a 10-year contract. Shout out to Nets fans, great Nets fan content creator. He came on my page. He was telling a story on how Budenholzer asked for 10 years. So basically, the window he was asking for was the biggest bag. I mean, because if you look at his resume, I could see why he would, but I'm glad the front office put their foot down. I'm glad Sean Mark said no. Like, no, we're not finna give you no 10 years. No, we're not giving you no 10-year contract. No, we're not doing that. So
Yeah,
that's why Budenholzer, that's why we didn't choose Budenholzer. He got the first interview. He got the first look. And we went with Jordy Fernandez because he got a good rapport when they did an assistant coach. Who's the best assistant coach? His name came up. And his name always comes up. And he has a good rapport with players and a lot of people around the league. So that's why we chose him. But again, he was the second choice. Budenholzer, to what you said, because of his tenor resume, we did go after Budenholzer first. But his asking price, we wouldn't oblige. We couldn't do that. We good.
I agree with that. Not that's crazy. 10 years, he outside his mind. But yeah, yo, shout out to everybody pulling up. We out of here. See y'all next week. You heard?
All right, peace, Sean.
Let's go Knicks.